Let's get this Tigare party started. Welcome to the Dr. Wallace Podcast. I call it a party because there's always so much love and joy whenever Boafo Tigare is with us. And of course, I'd like to welcome Boafo Tigare and also welcome the Okomfo channeling Tigare, Nana Korantemaa Ayeboafo. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Here at the Dr. Wallace Podcast, we share the African spiritual healing wisdom that's always been with our ancestors. It's the wisdom that they knew and that they lived by. Some say that this wisdom was forgotten. However, it was never forgotten. With the destruction of communities, this information was just not passed on. And so here with Nana Boafo Tigare, we have the honor and the privilege of being able to access this African spiritual healing wisdom. And we honor our ancestors in the process. Please remember to subscribe and like us. Thank you. I've been asking questions of Tigare for a long, long time. As a matter of fact, we have a book with questions and answers called Tigare Speaks, Lessons for Living in Harmony. And you can order it by emailing us at drwallacepodcast@gmail.com. One word, Dr. Wallace Podcast. Soon, our website will be up and you will be able to order either the download PDF or an audio. So let's begin. Nana Boafo Tigare. As a matter of fact, in your book, Tigare Speaks, you explain your origin. Can you please talk about how we should know or understand you?
Tigare came forth as a spark of light. And let's take a look at the conditions that Tigare was summoned for guidance and help. During the time when many people of African descent were treated less than human. We saw that we, being Boafo Tigare, who I'm representing today, and the host of family of other higher pantheon of spirits, of ancestors, and of knowledgeable ones, we saw that there was a need to, in fact, assist humanity in removing the shackles of low frequency, of removing the shackles of doubt, of confusion. And we know that light dispels all that is unknown. And so as a spark of light, the divine creative energy gave opportunity for Tigare to enter and to be amongst human beings and to guide them towards their birthright of light, of truth, of harmony, and of oneness with the divine.
Fantastic. So you have started to really talk about your purpose, which is what I wanted to ask you about next. But I guess I can ask you, is there any way that you might elaborate on how you serve humanity, including today, in current times? And in this way, you might elaborate upon some of the things that you've said in Tigare Speaks in the book.
What is most valuable now during this time is that human beings seeing that they are one with the divine energy from which they were created. that there is a oneness of all living things. And included in that oneness are the spirits of the ancestors, the spirits of the outer world, of the different realms, and that there is always the opportunity for the light of the divine creation to shine bright and to evolve the spaces where there is low frequency, where there is low energy, and where those who have eyes must be able to see.
Beautiful, beautiful. So how does your world interact with this world? Again, elaborating upon some of the things that you shared in Tigare Speaks.
Well, there is, in fact, one world that is layered, meaning that there are many dimensions of life coexisting. And the physical world is a lower based world because of the mass of the flesh, of the blood, and of all of the energies that manifest fully in the physical realm. Outside of the physical realm, there is greatness that is always vibrating, always uplifting, always expanding. In other words, life is always moving, and there are levels to life. And so when there is low frequencies, higher energies, higher expressions of life that are beyond the physical will not take presence. In fact, when there is low frequency, the higher frequencies split away from the higher frequencies in order that life can evolve, life can go on, life can blossom. And so one of the things as Tigare encourages people to embrace is that they are more than just a physical reality. In fact, they are light. They are light in many ways, like those of angels, like those of higher frequencies. And so at this time, when the frequency of all life is evolving to a higher octave, the energies like myself are encouraging and guiding human beings to evolve with everything else. That there is no need to be afraid and hold on to what is gross and lower frequencies. That we are encouraging all to open in heart, mind, body, and soul to the higher frequencies of life that really make up the freedom that people need to grow and to improve the condition of life.
Very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. You recently shared with me that a portal has opened up for healing, and that we here at the Dr. Wallace Podcast are actually tapping into that portal, that energy. Could you elaborate on that, please?
We are moving now in a time that is a new era. And most eras are charted to be 26,000 years. And in this new era that most people have learned to call it the age of Aquarius, there is an opportunity for newness on many different levels. That all vibration of life is rising to a higher frequency. And that through the proper observance and humility and respect for life, each person can adhere to a higher calling, a higher state of existence, a higher knowing and being where the unity of all life is present.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, could you please explain this relationship that you share with the Okomfo Nana Korantemaa Ayeboafo, who is presently channeling you? How does this channeling or communication occur? What makes it possible?
There is a strong desire now for the ancestral energies of humanity, specifically from the core of the African continent, to realign with the natives of the birthplace. And many souls have been calling forth for this awakening, for this opportunity to unshackle their minds, their hearts, their souls from the lies, from the low frequency energies. This rebirth, this awakening is affecting everyone, everything, not only on this planet, but in the universe. And so now at this time, all things are awakening, and it is just not started today. We are at the peak. We are climaxing into the new world as we know it. And each and every person can live a life of joy by accepting that the divine force of creation is alive in each and every one of us. And though we are many different complexions, many different places we come from, actually all humanity is one.
Very good, very good. Wonderful, wonderful. You mentioned lying in what you just said, and I was wondering if you could elaborate on some of the things that you say in your book, Tigare Speaks, regarding the behavior of lying and why it's such a big problem. You know, what happens when we lie versus when we tell the truth?
Well, the truth is the light. Lying is blemished. You blemish. You fill your auric field and yourself with debris that is useless. However, when there are lies to be told, then there is a force of detriment for all humanity. It is like wearing a mask of something that is not aligned with life and with who you truly are.
Yes. So that takes us into the whole concept of the masquerade that you also elaborate upon in your book, Tigare Speaks. For our audience today, can you speak a bit more about that mask or that masquerade and the damage that it does to us?
Well, masquerading is appropriate for fun affairs. When you want to disguise, to make believe that you are something other than the divine light. So masquerade has its purpose, and when we can see it to create fun and laughter, there is no harm. However, when those that are carrying the life force of the divine to lie and to masquerade is true destruction, true dis-ease, and it causes great harm.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So a related concept regarding how we are living in society, whether with masquerade or the temptation to lie, a related concept involves the agenda that you discuss at length in your book. So I was wondering if you could elaborate on that concept of the agenda and how it supports the entrapment and the bondage of people, of human beings. And maybe you can really just explain this agenda for our audience today.
Well, the agenda is usually created by those who want to have control over the many. Control in a way that shuts the possibilities of divine light that each human being carries to be covered up, to be annihilated, to be disregarded. So therefore, it is always not for the advancement of humanity, for the advancement of life itself, because each and every moment there is an expansion of energy, of light, of harmony. And when we do otherwise than celebrate that, then we create an enclosure that shuts us down.
Mm-hmm. Powerful, very powerful. Now, in contrast to this agenda that we see running as a program in society, you also have spoken about the core agenda of the ancestors, which is to remove suffering and to heal the psyche and the spirit of human beings. So how does this process work? Can you elaborate on that, please?
There's an opportunity for each and every human soul to realign with the source of creation. Remember that when we look at the human family, there are layers to the manifestation of human beings to be upright on the planet. There is a whole host of life that does not adhere to the laws of physical reality. The physical reality is such that it has its own laws. And when the mind is open, the heart is open, the being is open, then the possibility of merging with higher frequencies that transcend our physical world. And the physical world has laws that it must adhere to. However, through the evolution of time, we know that human beings have had the capacity to transcend the physical laws and to be cosmic beings, meaning that the alignment with out of physical range life is a possibility. And the more we strive to release the bondage of feeling that you have all the answers, then the capabilities or the possibilities to learn and to see more that is outside of the physical domain. And through this way, we become what many call the gods and goddesses in the flesh.
Wow. So I think that is like a wonderful place, a very powerful place for us to end this particular podcast with the concept that all of us have the potential, or that all of us are gods and goddesses. Wow, blown away. Powerful, powerful African spiritual healing wisdom. So I want you to know that this Tigare party will continue, that we're going to have more videos, and that our motto is similar to what Tigare has just said in terms of alignment, that our motto is be your higher self and align with the divine. And clearly, Nana Boafo Tigare is bringing us the kind of wisdom that can really help us to expand our knowledge and to also begin to expand our consciousness and our awareness. So I just want to remind you that the book Tigare Speaks is available at this point, can be ordered by communicating at Dr. Wallace Podcast at gmail.com. One word. Soon we'll have our website up, and at that point you'll be able to purchase a download or an audio. So I just want to also let you know that you can enjoy your own personal experience by telephone of Nana Korantemaa Ayeboafo channeling Tigare and asking questions, actually pouring libation and going through an invocation, calling Tigare, talking to you on the phone, but also talking with Tigare and answering your questions, whether about your relationships, your children, your family, your finances, anything that you would like to ask. I know that there's very few decisions that I ever make without consulting through Nana Korantemaa with the angel Nana Boafo Tigare, as do many of my family members. So please, you can also email Dr. Wallace Podcast at gmail.com to arrange that experience. Okay, so Nana Boafo Tigare, it is with a heart full of love and gratitude that I thank you for channeling or being channeled through Nana Korantemaa Ayeboafo. I thank Nana Korantemaa Ayeboafo for being a devoted Okomfo who can bring us this wisdom. So with all my love, I thank you. Oh, remember to subscribe and to like us. Thank you. With all my love, thank you.